Hello again, my dear friends of the Chinese Zodiac, the Feng Shui, the BaZi, all of these things. So my question, do you know your BaZi, your Chinese horoscope? You may know the animal from the Chinese Zodiac of the year you were born in, but do you know that you have also three more animals which are really important for your personality, your career opportunities, and your path in life? The animal signs you're born under in the month, day, and hour. This is why it is called BaZi, 8 characters or 4 pillars of destiny. This is what we were discussing in the last series, Chinese Astrology Explained. And today, I would like to add another layer to it, your career and job chances according to your BaZi. Is that something you would like to know? Let me know in the comments if you do. Hi, I'm Sandra, and I have been teaching and consulting Feng Shui now for almost 20 years. First in Germany and now here in beautiful New Zealand. Well, you probably remember me saying in other series, if only the animal sign of the year you were born in would determine who you are, we would only have 12 different personalities on the planet. And this is not the case, right? The influence of the other animals and elements and pillars are important as well. So if you'd like to know more about that, follow my latest BaZi series, Chinese Astrology Explained, and learn BaZi online, the 4 pillars of destiny, here on this channel, where I introduced each of the 12 animal signs to you and passed on my knowledge about the 4 pillars of destiny. In this series here, I want to focus on your job and career tendencies. So to speak, the cards that you've been dealt with from birth. And please remember, there are more factors to that. But just for today, let's have a look at the purest form of it and pretend this is the only factor that's important for your career opportunities. So I hope you have your BaZi at hand by now. And so this is what the 4 pillars of destiny actually look like, roughly. Yours might look a little bit different, but that's fine. For this topic that we're having today and here, this is the pillar that we're looking at, the month pillar. We're only looking at the month pillar and the elements in there. So we're not that much looking at the animal, we're looking at the elements. And you will have 2 to 4 elements in there. Do you have yours? So count the elements. And maybe you have one each, maybe you have 2 or 3 of the same element. And if one of those elements we have more of is fire, then this video is for you. If you have at least one fire element, you should also keep on watching because there might be something in it for you. And before you ask, yes, there is a difference between the element on top and the one underneath. In short, if you're considering building up a side gig, we're looking at the stem because that is faster but short-lived. And for a long-term development, we're looking at the branch because that is more stable, the one underneath. So the question is also, can you really associate an element onto an industry or a certain career? So you see, every industry carries characteristics. Looking at the characteristics of certain elements, we will find there are similarities and differences. And that can help you finding your personal path in life. So to answer the question, if you can really associate an element onto an industry, a certain career, I say yes. But that does not mean you cannot function in another industry which is not part of your main structure or element. And of course, there are crossovers, and we will look at those crossovers in the last segment. So today, we're looking at the element fire. Yes. Wow. So classical industries of the element fire are cosmetics, beauty products, fashion. Remember yesterday we said fashion design. Today, fashion itself is a fire element. Pilots are air stewards and stewardesses, IT and electronics, of course. Petrol, lighting, of course. Religious and spiritual activities, metaphysical pursuits, and public relations. So I think there's no surprises in there. That's all logical related to fire, isn't it? So let's have a look at the fire personality. What does the fire personality look like? Well, I'd say that for a fire personality, remember what we said in the last video about wood, where time is not an issue? For a fire personality, time is of essence. They like things fast. They love pressure, but it's also their greatest enemy. But that's what they really are standing for, especially in younger years. But they will show you where the core issue is. They don't talk around. They don't beat around the bush. They really don't like to walk on eggshells around you or a topic. Diplomacy is definitely not their greatest strength. But if you want things to done fast, they are your people. They are your people that you want. Fast, quick solutions, done straight away. And the best way to motivate them is to show them the transformation. Let them make the change. So they love change, especially also again in younger years, but they love the transformation and the change. So are you looking for a change manager around here? It's a fire personality. And if you are a fire personality, look for those positions because this is what you stand for. So they love everything to do with motivation, hope, personal growth, but in the fast way, spiritual transformations. They probably are inspirational, but they definitely connect very well to inspirational people. But if you choose a fire personality as your coach, don't expect them to hold your hand. They won't. Don't expect that from them. They will show you what to do. They will show you the solution, and they will show you the transformation. They are all about quick results. Quick, reach the end point. That is the important thing. This is how you need to go. If you're one of those personalities who needs steps, implementation process, remember the last video? That would be a wood personality coach. But if time is of essence and you need a solution now, it would be the fire that you need. Is it sustainable? I don't know. Sustainability, we're coming into another element soon where that is more the case. But question is really, as an employer, what do you need? And for you as a person, what do you like? What are you capable of? So if you, let's say, are a fire personality, we're coming already into the crossover. If you're a fire personality and you have no patience and no wood element, maybe you need to partner up with someone with a wood element who can do the planning for you, who can do the long-term success for you, who can have a blueprint for you, or who can put up your framework that you need. I mean, you will be able to do it because you have it in you, but it probably would take you so much more time. So find the other personality that gives you what you need to be even more successful. So I hope that was helpful. Did you recognize yourself? Or maybe your spouse, your friend, or your parent? And also remember, you possibly have not just one element in the month pillar, like I said before. We will look more into that crossover in the next sessions. And also remember, please, 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 the BaZi. Nothing is written in stone. Your BaZi is only 33% of your luck. Don't rely too much on your BaZi. You also have to look into your environment, the earth luck, which you probably know as Feng Shui, and your man luck, which are your choices, your beliefs, thoughts, and behaviors. And I characterized that lately as the baggage that you carry from your past. So all of these things, the Trinity of Feng Shui, have an influence, and the BaZi can tell you when and what to change, but you need to do the work. If you know now what's your main element, and you are in an industry that is not related to that, but you would love to stay in that industry, see if the job would be according to that element in the industry. Does that make sense? Because, in the end, it's all about timing of doing the right thing in the right place for you. So what we're doing here is taking the strengths, acknowledging the weaknesses, and start creating our path in life within both of them, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And who gets to decide which is which, by the way? So my next question is, are you ready for the next one? In my next video, I will dive deeper into the earth element and what career and industries are seen to be favorable for earth element people. Remember, we're talking about the month pillar here, okay? Good. And if you like what you see and what you hear, then like it, share it, subscribe, comment, all of these things. I would love to hear from you whether you found yourself in there or if you need anything else. And I see you again in my next video. Bye.